All right, my beautiful people. Let's see what we got here real quick. Give me one quick second. Anyway, welcome, guys, to Short Stays, Big Dreams, the podcast where we dive into everything related to short-term rentals, travel, and the business of tourism. Now, today is the first time we're going to go live in the evening. Super excited about this. One of the reasons why I'm going live today is we're going to test out how many people can participate in today's podcast. In addition to that, I'm going to be traveling starting tomorrow. So I don't know, and I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know how well my signal is going to be for Sunday. So I may not have my usual Sunday morning podcast, but I am definitely going to try. Now, today we're going to dive deep into one of the most critical aspects of short-term rentals or running a short-term rental business, and that is digital marketing. And trust me, if you think that listing your property on Airbnb is enough, then you may want to stick around because we're going to shake things up, people. And today, I'm excited because it's probably, I think this is the first time, Lorena, you and I are going live. Is that correct?
Yes.
First time we go live together. So we're going to do this live. This is the other thing about today is that it's definitely going to be Spanglish because I'm going to throw some Spanish stuff out. And I know for sure Lorena is going to throw some Spanish out when we dive deep into marketing. Now, before we get into that though, I want to give you guys some value today in the form of travel. I'm going to show you our website because a lot of people are not familiar with my website and some of the deals that are available there. I'm also going to give you some deals on flights. If you follow me and you follow the channel and you watch my Sunday morning live podcast, I went over a list of cheap flights. If you fly out of Fort Lauderdale. But today I'm going to give you some flights. It doesn't matter where you fly out of, but they're deals. Now, keep in mind, these deals are not constant. They're good today, but may not be good tomorrow. During this podcast, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, concerns, list them, and we'll try to address them. I'm going to be asking a lot of questions when we get to marketing, though. And I want you to participate to give us some feedback because maybe what I'm seeing in my world may not be what you're seeing in your world. So real quick, let me do this. Let me just test this out. Let me test out the chat. And yeah, so the chat is live. It's working. Especially if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you comment in the chat. If you're on Instagram or on Facebook, Lorena will be answering you. Now, let's go into some deals, some flight deals, right? Now, right now, if your travel hub, it's the South Florida area, and you want to go to New York, you can get a round trip ticket for $58. If you want to go to Montreal, Canada, round trip tickets for $94. If you want to go to Madrid, round trip tickets, it's $465. And if you want to go to Tokyo, it's $866. Now there are some travel date restrictions here. If you want to know more about these flights in specific, just DM me the word deal, and then I'll reach out to you and give you the specific details on that. Also keep in mind, if you DM me, especially on Instagram, because I spend a lot of time on Instagram. If you DM me there, anytime you're looking for a travel deal, I will do my best to search and find what's available. Now, I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you two websites, right? Let me share my screen real quick. Presentation. Now, I talked about my website a couple of podcasts ago, but the website is completely redone. It's a little bit simpler to use. You know, you have the tab up here. Let me make sure that you actually can see that. You can see that. We have the tab up here. where you can get in touch with me. Here are the deals. I clicked on the deal tab, and then if we have deals for cruises, we have deals for resorts, tours, and if you're in the military, then we have a lot of military deals. So like if you click on there, you put in your destination, and then we'll spit out what's available. Again, it's really easy to use. At least the new website is. If you come here, all you have to do is click on what you want. But here's the important thing about my website, and it's this right here. We give away a vacation on a monthly basis. So if you enter to win, you have a good shot of winning a $10,000 vacation. Now, the next website, let me stop sharing this one. The next website I want to show you, because it's a new website for us. Real quick, let me share my screen again. Is going to be our booking website. All right, so here's our booking website. Again, we made the website super simple for right now. Now, hopefully the next 3 or 4 months, I'm going to have one website. It's going to have all these together. It's in development. You know, Lorena is heading that up with a guy that we contracted to design the new website. But for the meantime, this is if you're looking for accommodations, specifically in the short-term rental side, this is where I want you to go. You can come here. I mean, we have, as I mentioned, let's see what we have today. I think we're up to 3,200 properties, nation and international, that are available as short-term rentals. I'm pretty sure I got over 3,200, but let me just, for some reason, my website's going a little slow. Oh, it took me back to, let's see if I'm here. Are you still seeing this? Let me see. Yeah. Anyways, we have over 32, at least I know for sure we got over 3,200 websites. I don't know the exact number, but as you can see, Maryland, New York, California, Mexico, the Riviera, a lot of Mexico, Pennsylvania, Virginia, tons of properties in Florida. So if you're looking for accommodation, and this is what I recommend you do, go on here, look for the property you're interested in, and then reach out to me, because I might be able to give you a bigger discount than what's currently available for these short-term rentals. Right now, there's some properties that I have full control of that I can definitely give you a discount, and some properties where I'm only co-hosting, I don't have control on the pricing, but I can give you, especially if you book flights or tours or a tour or whatever, I can give you discounts on those items. And in some cases, depending on how long you're staying, I can give you a free flight if you book directly with us. All right. If there's no questions on travel and those two websites, and then be on the lookout for my main website, right? Now let's go into what I want to talk about in terms of digital marketing. So let me move here real quick. Now, Lorena is, if you're not familiar with who Lorena is, then you probably haven't been watching the show, because Lorena is not only my digital marketing director, but she's also the co-founder of our digital marketing company, the Dream Media team. She's been in digital marketing for a long time. She is what I refer to as an expert. And if you know me, I don't call a lot of people experts, but she's definitely one of them. And one of the things that you have to ask yourself if you're a short-term rental operator is, or if you're looking to get into the business and investing in short-term rentals, one of the things that you have to ask yourself is, what do you need to grow your business? Is it SEO? Is it social media? Is it email marketing? And we're going to talk about that today. So Lorena, really quick, give us a little bit about digital marketing.
Okay, so digital marketing it's like a common word that everybody is like using these days. Like they think like, okay, I'm posting in a video in, I don't know, YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, I'm doing digital marketing. And this is not like very true, because digital marketing is like everything, like the communication strategy, when you know when you are going to post, where you are going to post, what is which strategy are you going to use and why. And of course you need to do, for example, look at the data. Then you need to look, okay, my post didn't have views, so what is the problem about my post? Or I didn't want these kind of people commenting in my post. So this kind of stuff is all of this together. It's not just posting. It's digital marketing is not just posting. It's not just hitting the button of I don't know, promotion in Facebook, and that's it. It's not like that. It's all of this together, all of the communication strategy.
All right, perfect. One of the things that I see a lot of short-term rentals, or one of the mistakes that I see a lot of short-term rental operators doing, and probably because of a lack of understanding, is the difference between listing and this applies to real estate agents. So if you are an agent out there, this applies to you when you're trying to sell a property, right? There's a big difference between listing a property either on the MLS or as a short-term rental operator, either on one of the OTAs like Airbnb, Booking, Vrbo, and versus marketing. There's a huge difference there, right? So one of the things that that a lot of people do, and I'm going to argue that 100% of people that are listing their property on Airbnb, they're making a huge mistake. And the way I like to explain it, it's like renting a storefront instead of owning a business. And here's what I mean by that, right? When you rent a storefront and you're operating and you want to set up a business there, you're not a business yet. All you did was rent the space, right? The renting of the space is just the beginning. So when you post your property on Airbnb, you're in essence just rented the space. Now it's time to start building and acting like you are a business. What do you think about that, Lorena?
I mean, if you're only posting there and you only have one platform, you are going to have a really huge mistake. And I need to making this question for you. So do you think that STR owners can succeed just buying listing on Airbnb or Vrbo? How do you pronounce that word? That platform?
Vrbo. Vrbo.
Or do they need digital marketing, like real digital marketing? What do you think about that?
Okay, like I just one second, like I just pretty much mentioned, and I love this question because, like I said, there's so many short-term rental operators that rely 100% on, for example, Airbnb. In today's ever competitive market in the short-term rental industry, that is a huge mistake because number one, if you do that, then you in essence are working for Airbnb because you're 100% reliant on Airbnb. They can decide tomorrow to take you off the platform and you have no say. The algorithm and how people see you can change tomorrow and you have no say. You yourself could get a bad review on that one platform and it could take you off their superhost status. That one review will stay in your profile and you have no say, right? So I firmly believe that it's a huge mistake if you're just listening, and you cannot survive in today's world by doing that. You need to market and market on different OTAs. You need to do digital marketing. You need to do SEO. You need to work on branding. There's a lot that you need to work on, and we're going to touch into that going into this. But I want to ask you guys out there, if you can post in the comment, which booking platform do you prefer? Do you prefer booking.com, Vrbo? Do you prefer Airbnb? Tell us which ones you prefer and drop it in the comment. Now, let's debate the following, Lorena, because I really want to know. I really want to know the answer to this question. What your thought process on this? What do you think it's better for a business, whether you are a real estate agent, a travel advisor, or short-term rental operator? What's better, social media marketing or SEO marketing?
I love that question. But first, someone here in the chat is saying like hello. So I want you like having fun here. So is a Gary Trayer. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. Is saying who is everything going? My brother. So he's saying hello.
So Gary, what's up? I can't see that side. I could only see people that are chatting on YouTube. So if you want to switch over to YouTube, put it up so I can see who you are. But Gary, love you, brother. But go ahead.
Perfect. So yeah, the question was like if I prefer like social media or like doing like marketing stuff.
The question is not if you prefer it. The question is, which one do you think is better? Which one do you think is better? Social media marketing or SEO marketing?
Geez, I mean, the question is a little like tricky because I think that both are like the combo, if you are doing just CEO, like SEO, sorry, when you go and post and go and write an article and I don't know, like doing comments, posts, histories, and videos without paying anything. This is really good because it's going to have like a long-term organic traffic. This is really good. But then if you are starting, or maybe you have an opening, if you are in in real estate, for example, or short-term rental, and you have an opening and you want more bookings there or something like that, you must do like marketing or ads, So I think that is a mix, but for me, it's better working more in SEO because it's going to be like cheaper in the long term. But yeah, you need to use both. This is like my honest question. My honest answer.
All right, I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna go on the opposite side, and I'm gonna tell you why I disagree and why I think social media is the way to go for whether you're a real estate agent, a travel advisor, or a short-term rental operator. Specifically, travel advisors and short-term rental operators. So, for example, Instagram and TikTok are driving viral travel content, or they're the drivers, better said. They are definitely the driver. In fact, and I tell this story all the time because I was very surprised, and then I started digging into the data after this trip. 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, I went to Europe with my son and his girlfriend, and they planned the entire itinerary on TikTok, and we went to some phenomenal places, some hidden gems, meaning places that most people did not know, right? So that got me thinking as to what's the power of Instagram and TikTok as it relates to travel and short-term rentals, right? So I started digging deep into it, and I realized and I learned that, for example, Gen Zs use Instagram and TikTok as a search engine. Just learned that TikTok and Instagram are only either third or second only to YouTube in terms of a search engine. They beat out Google in travel searches. YouTube is still number one, but TikTok and Instagram are number 2. Google's actually number 3 when it comes for travel-related content or information, which that really put a big light bulb or turned on a light bulb in my head. This is why I spend a lot of time on social media. Now, the latest, and I talked about this on another video that I did, is TikTok. TikTok is created and has created a travel content only or a division for travel influencers in which they're paying. It's a separate paid content creator structure that they have for travelers. That's how big and that's how popular the travel content industry has become. So that is why, if you're a short-term rental operator, it is going to be quicker, it's going to be faster. You have the possibility of going viral with a social media post, whereas SEO is going to take some time. And more importantly, because I'm going to include myself in there, we don't have the deep pockets that our competition has. We can't compete with Airbnb. We can't compete with Booking. We can't compete with Vrbo because their pockets are much deeper than ours, and they can spend a lot more money on advertising, specifically SEO and SEO optimization. I don't have that kind of budget, so it's going to take me a lot longer to optimize that component versus trying to create good content that can go viral, and I can without costing any money, I can reach thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, to get the people or the eyeballs that I need for my property so they can book my property or contract me for my services. So that's just my take. That's why I think. Go ahead.
I love that. So let's put this to the audience. What do you think if the audience can choose? So if you prefer SEO over social media, or you prefer social media over SEO, comment and which will you focus on? Comment.
And that's a great question. I'm gonna throw out another question, something else that I want you to comment on. So, those of you that are watching, do you use social media to plan your next trip, or has social media influenced you on where and when you took your next trip? Answer me that question, because I think that question is even more important. So here, let me go on to the next question here real quick. Lorena, tell me if you are a short-term rental owner, or if a short-term rental owner came to you today and said, I need more bookings, what are the 3 digital marketing moves you're going to recommend that they do?
I mean, I don't know if you're going to disagree with me, but I'm going to tell you. First, for me, is like you need to clean your house. I always say this in Spanish, like limpiar tu casa. And it's the same in English, like you need to clean your house. What does that mean? You need to organize your website. If you have your website, if you don't have it, please do it. Don't rely on Vrbo or Airbnb of any of these platforms that they are going to help you, but you need organize your Google business, for example, your website. And when you organize your your house, or you clean your house, you can invite someone to go in. So this is the first thing, and you need to going to have a free traffic for your website or for your Google business. I mean, you Google My Business. This is a really good thing. The second thing is build an email list or past guest. I mean, you have a really good data. You have a list like every single guest that you had in the past. You need to organize this data and then make a really good email marketing, and then go and give them, I don't know, like a free, I don't know, a discount for this trip, or I know that you went to my Miami property. I have one in Dallas. If you are interested, I mean, you can give like details for more stuff that you have, and the clients that they already know you. This is the best, resales you can do. No cold sales, but with the, with your past client. This is really good. And then,
all right, do me a favor, Lorena.
yeah,
I'm gonna repeat what you just said because I think
perfect.
that's extremely
Sorry.
important.
Thank you.
Explain what you just said in Spanish.
Perfect. Ok. Lo primero que tienen que hacer es organizar la casa. Es decir, si ustedes no tienen un sitio web y solo tienen en Vrbo o Airbnb o Booking.com todos los listings o todas las propiedades que ustedes tienen, yo lo primero que tengo que decirle a esa persona es, bueno, primero, ¿qué activos digitales tenemos? ¿Sí? ¿Tienes un sitio web? Sí, muéstrame tu sitio web. ¿Lo tienes bien estructurado? Que sea, no sea estéril, que no tenga muchas cosas, que no sea, digamos, muy obsoleto, porque la gente de ahora ya esto de una lo ven y se salen de una del sitio web. Entonces, primero organizamos la casa, organizamos también el Google My Business, el listing, donde tú vas a mostrar tus propiedades, organizar las descripciones, organizar las fotografías, organizar todo. ¿Para qué? Para que cuando tú ya invites tráfico o invites personas a tu casa, que es lo que yo digo, ahí sí dices, la gente llega a mi casa y está organizada. Así es exactamente cuando nosotros trabajamos con activos digitales. Esa es la primera.
Okay, and well, anyways, I'm going to repeat what she said because I think it's extremely important. Now, she gave you her list, and I kind of agree with with almost everything she said. But for me, the first thing I'm going to do is have them produce content, a lot of social media content related to their property.
Yeah, that is the third one. But yeah, but that was my first one, the Google, like the Google stuff. The second one was the email list, los datos, la base de datos de tus clientes pasados. And the third one is like making short form videos. This is really good. This is a really good content. We love that. Our agency work in that, specialists in that, in TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. We are going to make like a really good, editing. We put, captions behind you, image, so people is going to engage with your content. This is for me the third thing that you need to do.
So, yeah, perfect. Those are the ones. Those are the ones that I highly recommend. Right? Make sure that your Google business listing is cleaned up. It's nice. It's presentable, so people can find you. Make sure you're using and establishing and creating an email marketing list. Because that. If you're new, it's going to take you some time to actually build that. But eventually, that email list is going to be worth gold, people. I can't express how important an email list is for any business. And then the last one, like we just talked about, is that creating some good social media content so that you can so that people can start knowing you and figure out who you are. Now, let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about AI, right? Tools like ChatGPT, Jasper, Canvas can now write, create captions, create videos, and even design ads. So where do you think do you think the digital marketers will eventually become obsolete?
No. This is my quick answer, but let me explain you why. I mean, AI is powerful, but what happened? People is is using the AI for everything, making like voices, making caption, making videos, and we are going to realize someday like this is not like this is fake, this house doesn't make sense because it's really pretty, luxury, and it looks unreal or fake. So I think this is my opinion. I think in the medium term, people is going to realize that, and they're going to appreciate human content. So when you, it's not the same when you put just image about the place or a AI people there, but when you appear and you talk to the people and you go and tell your story, is more grateful, you know, like people engage with that kind of content. For me, it's like you need to use AI for you advantage, but no overuse it. You know. So yeah, my answer is no. We are not going to be like marketers. Not going to be obsolete. We are going to use our creativity. We are going to use AI for our like for our advantage, but we are going to put human content there. We are going to put human hands there because we need to think, you know, because digital marketing is not just a tool. It's not automatization. It's not like that. It's like we think about a really good strategy and we use these tools. I don't know if it makes sense, the answer.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, and I love your take on that. And I agree. I don't think, there's a lot of people that say that AI is going to replace a lot of people in business. But specifically for digital marketers, I don't think AI will ever replace them because of what you mentioned, right? But more importantly, I don't think AI will replace you in terms of the AI is not authentic. And when you create something via AI, a lot of times you can easily tell that AI produced it, but there's no authenticity there, right? And that's where I think people excel. Like, I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Um, in the social media world today, some of the people that are blowing up on social media, they're doing so and they're not, like, for example, they're not editing, they're not doing any kind of editing. They're just real. And that's what people want. They want that authenticity. They want people to be real. And that's why I think AI is not going to replace digital marketers. And I think it's a mistake when people use AI or overuse AI. So those that are watching, let me know. What do you think? Do you think AI will take over? Do you like when a product is produced 100% by AI or not? So let's now talk about everything related from Airbnb dependency to Vrbo to SEO. Let's just wrap this up in one big beautiful package. So give us your three most important things related to not only AI, but when we use AI into marketing.
Can you repeat, please, the question? I was answering a comment here. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. So here's the question that I have for you, because we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
And people, stay tuned, because I'm going to give you an update on my Georgia property. I'm going to show you some pictures, some of the stuff we're doing there. But I want to wrap up this section real quick. And the question is this. When we combine using AI, using digital marketing, and using SEO, what's a nice balance? Give me three things that you can use these three components for digital marketing.
Okay, I'm going to answer this in Spanish. I translate with me, okay? Because yeah. I need to sound more like intelligent. Sorry about that. Ok, para mí las tres cosas más importantes y llegar a un balance de lo que tú necesitas es, uno, dejar de hacer todo tú mismo. Yo siempre lo he dicho y inclusive lo aprendí de Fernando, y es que deja de, no sé, grabas, editas, haces los captions, publicas y te quedan 1 o 2 horas al día para hacer tu negocio. Primero es, búscate una muy buena agencia que conozca tu mercado, que haya trabajado en tu mercado y sobre todo que sean, digamos, no sé, y lo que tú mismo lo has dicho en un podcast, yo no puedo considerar a alguien en mi podcast que me hable de negocios si nunca ha tenido un negocio, ¿sí?
Okay,
Entonces,
para un momentito, voy a explicar esas dos cosas porque
perfect,
no quiero que la gente se pierda. All right,
sorry,
guys.
yeah,
So basically what she's saying, and if you follow the channel, I say it all the time, right? You cannot, and I'm going to say this again, you cannot wear all hats if you are a business owner, right? You need to delegate. And in this particular case, as it relates to digital marketing, it's very important that you don't try to do it all. Extremely important that you find someone, an agency like ours, that specializes in your field. So, for example, if you are a short-term rental operator, if you're in the travel industry, or you're a realtor, then we're the company for you because we have not only do we have expert digital marketers, but we have digital marketers that were in the field, right? They are or were operators. I consider myself an operator. This is what I mean by an operator. I am still in the business. I am still a real estate agent. I actively sell and buy properties as an agent. I am a short-term rental operator. As I showed you by the website, we have over 3,200 properties that we have some control over. We either own, manage, or we co-host. Over 3,200 properties. So I'm in the game. And that's why I can't wear all hats. So I hired Lorena, my digital marketing director, to handle that component. And as a result of that, because she is an expert and because I have the expertise on the operations side, we combined our talents together so we can provide a better product for our clients. So, Lorena, continue.
perfect, thank you. Ok, la segunda, digamos, estrategia es, primero, no dejar todo, digamos, la inversión pensando que, bueno, si yo le pago, no sé, $2 a esta agencia para que me maneje las redes, me voy a hacer rico, me puedo sentar y no hago nada. Obviamente tú como cliente y como, digamos, dueño de tu negocio, tienes que poner, digamos, de tu parte, grabar contenido, también proponer cosas, escuchar a la agencia y, digamos, seguir las recomendaciones que nosotros te damos, porque nosotros somos los que estamos conociendo el mercado, viendo qué hay en tendencia, qué cosas están buenas y qué cosas no están tan buenas. Y además, mucha gente administra el negocio pensando en lo que él mismo quiere. Digo, ay, no, es que a mí no me gusta, no sé, a mí no me gusta hablarle a cámara, entonces yo simplemente no hablo, pero no importa, así voy a vender. Ven, la recomendación es esta, esta y esta. Entonces, digamos, soltar un poco ese control, pero tampoco desprenderse completamente de tu negocio. Esa sería para mí una de las cosas importantísimas si quieres tener éxito en redes sociales.
All right, great point she just made. And I'm one of those people that firmly believe what she just said, and I'm gonna explain. Okay, so I just mentioned that you can't wear all hats. That doesn't mean that you relinquish everything and never look at it. If you're a business owner, you better be damn sure that you're verifying and confirming some of the stuff that needs to get done. So in the digital marketing world, the idea here is to be an active participant. If like, for example, and I'm gonna use my case, Lorena gives me, or she tells me, hey, this is what we need to do. We need a video for this. This is trending. We need to do this. This is what currently is needed within our, and she gives me strategies in terms of marketing, right? Now it's my job to not only hear her out, listen to the data, but then implement that. Because again, and this is what the biggest mistakes that I see owners do. People, if you're an owner, you're not the customer, right? So don't look at it from your perspective. Don't say, I can't do this. Well, I don't like this. I don't want that. And I'm going to give the example as a short-term rental itself. So many people decorate the house the way they like it. That doesn't work. It's not, you're not the one that's booking it, right? You have to book it for you and create that environment for your avatar, for your ideal customer. And that ideal customer likes and wants most likely will be different than yours. So keep that in mind. Dale, Lorena.
Perfecto. Y la tercera, y no diría que la más importante, sino que todas son muy importantes, pero esta para mí es esencial, es que muchas veces cuando vemos que las cosas no están funcionando en el negocio en general, lo primero que cortamos es nuestro budget de marketing. Entonces, no, yo pago, no sé, 400, $500 a esta agencia y entonces no, estoy pasando por un momento difícil, entonces más bien cortemos y empecemos en 6 meses. Uno, es un grave error porque ya es una estrategia que va, digamos, circulando y muchísimas veces en las redes sociales, en Google, si vos tenés una estrategia ya implementada, eso tiene un tiempo de aprendizaje. Entonces, ese tiempo de aprendizaje lo estaríamos matando. Tendríamos que volver a empezar en 6 meses. Esto para mí es supremamente importante. Y además, si tú cortas, tú sabes, el budget, no te van a entrar leads, no te van a entrar prospectos, la gente te va a dejar de ver, pues simplemente ya vas a desaparecer y posiblemente vas a empezar a montar tu contenido tú mismo, que no va a ser de calidad y todo, entonces va a empezar a bajarte, digamos, esa popularidad que ya hemos ganado con todas estas estrategias.
Yeah, that's a very important point. And the point she's making is that oftentimes, and I know this to be true because I see it all the time, when things aren't going well, business is slow, like right now, a lot of real estate agents are struggling. 2024 was not a good time to be a real estate agent, and we're seeing the drop off in agents. And then the first thing that they cut is their marketing budget. And it's my humble opinion that that is the worst mistake you can make. Because, and I say this phrase all the time, without customers, you have no business. And no one's going to know who you are or what you're offering unless you're out there marketing and branding yourself. So the last thing you should cut is your marketing budget, not the first thing. I see that mistake a lot. Anyway, now appreciate, again, those that are on. Thank you for being on. Now I want to give you a quick update on what we're doing in our vineyard in Georgia, right? We're developing it.
Let me share the screen. I'm going
No, I'm going to show a quick video first. Let me show the video. Let me show the video first. I want to, first of all, let me paint the picture, right? We are building an experience, and in my opinion, it's going to be one of the most unique experiences that you're going to experience when you stay at one of our cottages, domes that we're building on the vineyard. I'm gonna show you a quick video to give you the layout. But when you book our property, number one, it's going to be a very exclusive, private cottage. So as I mentioned before, we're doing a cottage, and I'll show you. It's like a regular tiny home. We're doing a geodome, and I'm going to show you the geodome. And we did a barn conversion. And then we're going to, in the main house, we're going to convert the main house to a bed and breakfast. But the bed and breakfast is not really where I really want you guys to really book. Because where the experience is going to be, it's either going to be in the geodome, in the barn, or in the cottage. Again, they're going to be super private. You're going to be among nature. And we're going to provide a lot of amenities: jacuzzi, sauna, e-bikes, regular bikes, archery. We're creating within the vineyard. We're creating additional fruit trees, and then how we're going to create it is in a way that you can walk through the vineyard, through the orange orchard, to the peach orchard, through blueberries, blackberries, and you can pick. If you're staying there during harvest time, you can pick your own fruits. We're going to have wines that are going to be produced from the vineyard that you can taste and you can buy, you can drink. But right now, let me just show you some of the stuff that we've done. Let me share my screen. And I'm super excited about this, by the way, you can tell. But this video is going to show you some of the trails that we created. Now, we created a lot of trails. Now, we have over 160 something acres of land, and there's actually even more, but some of it is private, although it's not developed, but some of the other areas are private. But the owners have created trails, and you're welcome to go on these specific trails. A couple of things I didn't mention: we're also going to have ATVs that you can ride on these trails. We're going to also have UTVs that you can ride on them. But here is an idea of what some of the trails look like. Is practicing with the drone. We're going to get ready to test out the e-bikes on our trail. Let's see, there's the drone. And let's see if Brian can pilot and keep it above me. All right, guys. So that gives you an idea on some of the trails. Again, we created a lot of different trails. That trail there is for the bikes, as you can see. You can walk those trails, and then you can also take the ATV through that trail. But we also created a mountain bike trail, which is we did a 3-mile, a 4-mile, and a 6-mile mountain bike trail that's within the woods there. And then in the video, you also saw the vineyard. You can't see the blueberry, blackberry area, and you can't see the peach orchard. I'm sorry, I forgot the fig tree. You can't see that side of the property, but it's not that far away from there. Now, if Lorena, if you can show some of the pictures that we have.
First, someone in Instagram asked where the property is located.
Okay, the property is located 30 minutes north of Valdosta. It's in Berrien County, but it's in Berrien County, but most people don't know where Berrien County is, but a lot of people know where Valdosta is. So we're 30 minutes north of Valdosta.
Perfect. Okay. Are you seeing the image?
Yeah, I can see. Well, I can see the board.
Okay.
If you can open the pictures.
Okay. So, but if I open it, you can see it, or you only see the.
Did you open it or no? Because I haven't seen anything open.
Yeah. I already opened it. So let me check here. Maybe here is better.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, open it up a little bit. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
All right,
Perfect.
just to give you an idea. So this is the foundation of the cottage. Now the cottage is going to be 450 square feet. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's going to be the whole front of the cottage is going to be it's a two-way mirror, so it's going to be a mirror cottage. And as you can see, it's surrounded by trees. So we're putting the cottage in like a circle surrounded by trees. You can skip that one. That's just setting up the foundation. Keep going. This is just the AC for the barn. Keep going. Let's see what else they got. That's the AC for the barn. All right, now this is the foundation for the geodome. And again, as you can see from the geodome, and here's what's cool about the geodome. You're going to get the same effect on the cottage, not so much for the barn though, but the cottage and the geodome. If you can see, this is the evening. Go back to the other picture. Right here. So if you can see, that's the sun that's setting, because the sun or the geodome is going to be facing the east. So you're going to have the ability to see the sun rise, and then in the back of the geodome, you're going to have the ability to see the sunset. And again, it's surrounded by trees, completely private. So if you want to walk around butt naked, you can do so because no one's going to see you. And where the property is located itself. Like my nearest neighbor he's about 2 miles away. They're nowhere near us, and we have a lot of open space. Now, in this picture, if you look in the background of this picture, you can see the barn that we're converting into a living space. But once we're finished, you're not going to be able to see the barn because we're going to plant this. And I don't have a picture, but yeah, Lorena, go right there. Yeah. Where she is passing that cursor, that's going to be all hedges. So you're not going to be able to see that. And it's going to have a private entrance. Do we have any more pictures there?
Let me see. There is one.
All right, so that's the cottage. Again, those are the walls going up in the cottage.
And this one. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the walls. And let me see if I can show you. Give me one quick second. I'm going to see if I can show you the actual cottage. I mean, not the cottage, the barn. Let me see if I can find this real quick. So you can have an idea of like the before and after of the barn. And I'm probably going to have to. Oh, here's the other thing, guys. Next week, we're going to put up the properties on our website. So we're going to pre-sell the stays. There we go. So next week, and I'm going to do a whole podcast on it, we're going to do some pre-sales. If you want to be some of the first people to stay on the property and you want to stay on the property at a heavily discounted price, highly recommend that you pre-book your stay. Now we're going to go, the official grand opening is not going to happen until September. But in April, when the grapes and everything is starting to, when we're going to do the harvest, we're going to do a soft opening in April. So if you want,
that was a question here in Instagram. So they say, like, when do you think that it's going to be ready?
It'll be ready in April, but the official grand opening is not going to be until September. But it'll be ready in April, and we're like I said, April 1st, we're going to open it up, but we're going to have pre-sales. So if you want to be the first group to stay or the first people to stay there at a heavily discounted price, and be the first to ride, because the e-bikes, the 2 e-bikes you saw are test e-bikes, but we're going to have a total of 8 e-bikes. They're going to be brand new. You can break them in. So, but let me share my screen real quick. So you can see the barn itself and what we've done so far with the barn. It's a quick update. Doors in. I love the black door. Got the windows. We framed it out. Now the color of the frame is going to be the mahogany color. We're painting the exterior black. All right, that's it. That's not a correct statement because we're not painting the exterior black. We're going to change it. The frame, the frame that you see there, the window and the window frame, the frame is going to be black to match the window. Same thing with the frame of the door is going to be black. But we're keeping the wood here. All we're going to do is stain it. We're going to stain the exterior with a mahogany color. So it's going to have that natural look to it, that natural wood look to it. So we're just going to stain it and then paint everything else black. Now let me continue showing you the inside. Let me go along this side. This will give you a little bit better idea because we still have the wood color, but it's going to be framed with the wood color. We're going to have up here, we're going to have a farm style type lamp. Deck is going to be in the front here. Let's go inside. Doors here, but give you an idea. Water heaters in there and a washer dryer combo. Kitchen. This is the living area. TV's gonna go there. Right here, small dining area. And then upstairs the room. Oh, I'll show you the bathroom. Shower, toilet, and the sink goes there. Okay. Pretty much the interior is kind of done. We already did, we painted. This is going to be the paint. It's going to be white. Our cabinets are going to be black. We're going to have some wood accents. For example, we have a butcher block around the windows. That's going to be black. So the framing of the windows is going to be black. The windows are black already. They just have to be cleaned. But it's coming out nice. Let's go upstairs. All right, here's the bedroom. Now we're going to have cabinets here and cabinets here, meaning built-in cabinets. They're going to be there. I like this storage area. All right, guys. So that's it. Like I mentioned in the video, all the cabinetry is going to be black. We're going to have the butcher block, which is going to be the mahogany butcher blocks, and then we're going to have the beams. There's going to be beams across in the downstairs that are going to be wood beams to get some more wood in there. And then a lot of the fixtures that we're going to be doing, the light fixtures in the bathroom, it's going to be a little bit more rustic to give it a little bit more of a barn feel. And the exterior that we already, I don't know, Lorena, do we have the pictures of the deck on the outside right now?
I can look at it.
See if you find it. And the exterior, we already started building the deck around the barn. So it's going to have a deck that surrounds the barn. And on the deck itself, there's going to be an outdoor kitchen, fans.
Like this one?
Let me see if you have it. Okay, yeah. So that's one of the decks. Well, that's part of the deck, but that's not the actual deck. But that's part of the deck. And then on both sides, there's going to be the deck that goes along the property. Yeah, right there. So that's all. And we already have it down. The foundation is down, but all that's going to be a deck, and then there's going to be fans, ceiling fans that go across, and then we're also going to add some misters, because in July in South Georgia it's humid and it's hot, just like in Florida. So we're going to add some misters there to cool people off. But there as well, on the outside, we're going to have a nice outdoor fireplace, outdoor kitchen. Each unit, the geodome, the cottage, and the barn, each will have their own private jacuzzi. There's going to be a shared sauna, though. It's going to be a big outdoor sauna that's going to be shared by the 3 units. But each unit will have, there's the deck. Yeah, there's the deck foundation for the exterior. So super excited about this project. And like I said, next week we will be posting it on our website so that you can pre-book your stay here.
Here they say like John asked, which is the website?
It's going to be on the website is PMIPremiumServices.com. I'm sorry. PremiumVRP.com. PremiumVRP.com is the website.
Okay. So we are going to post it, and don't worry, we are going to make posts and stories you are going to see there, okay? In Instagram, so follow us in Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I mean, in every single social media we have, we are going to post it.
Yeah, my beautiful people. So like she said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Love you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for those that were on asking questions. Love you guys.
Thank you.